Hi, my name's Anne, and this is Art on the Creek. I always like to be on the hunt for a couple of special things in my studio. One is professional art supplies that are unique, and the other one is student-grade art supplies that will give you a professional performance. Well, I did some shopping today, so we're going to have an unboxing. Let's see what I found. Alrighty, now down in my studio here. My voice is still outside, so I'm going to apologize in advance for any background noises that were not planned, but I ordered some things from Cheap Joe's Art Stuff. There's the packaging. I'm going to be able to reuse that. The Fluid 100 6x8 cold press 140 pound 300 GSM watercolor paper. This is a block. I love this paper. It's by Speedball. I love this size. It's perfect for me for taking to plein air. It is a block, so you've got adhesive on the top and bottom, and it's open on both sides, all the way open on both sides. There's not a little slit, but it's fully adhered on the top and bottom and then open completely on both sides. So pretty easy to deal with. And again, I love that 6x8 format. Really excited to use that. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, they put a nice note in. That's just a nice little touch. I like those little personal touches. That I think Cheap Joe's is a really nice. Cheap Joe's Art Stuff is a really nice company. Oh, here's where I noticed that they're in North Carolina. We have family in that part of the country in South Carolina, and we do drive through some of those cities. So, might have to make a stop next time. This is a flyer they put in there, Designing Nature by Don Andrews. He is an accomplished artist, and he teaches you how to take what you see in nature and make it better, make it your own through a series of courses. And we will do that in some upcoming videos, but right now we're going to open this Daniel Smith 12 palette set, 12 half pan set of colors of inspiration. And if I don't cut my hand off here opening it, don't open things this way, guys. That's not the safe way to do it. Okay, great. Let's get this box open. I'm so excited for this because I've wanted this set for a long time. They are hand poured. They're 12 half pans, plus you have the empty 12 half pans to customize the palette. It's got a really nice matte finish, and it does have the finger hold there for when you're painting outside. I'm so excited to get this open. Beautiful, sturdy construction. 4 wells there. And there's some foam to protect it during shipping. And a little packet of desiccant so that it doesn't get too wet and sticky. More mixing wells. And then this acetate, which I really like. It shows you which colors you have. Because sometimes, you know, when they're already in the pans there, you can't really tell. But I like that acetate very much. And I think I'm just going through the colors here. There's a cadmium yellow hue, quinacridone rose, wisteria, rose of ultramarine, moon glow, shadow violet, phthalo blue green, lavender, cascade green, serpentine green, green apatite genuine, and a quinacridone gold. And I just can't wait to use them. So excited. Now here's something, you'll see why I never do this because it's very difficult for me to get these out. But in your higher quality palettes, this part of the tray does come out completely, as does here. And then in this one, in this case, you have 7 more mixing wells there. So that's 4 plus 7 plus 12 places to mix paint. That's a lot. That's really a nice little palette. And we'll close that back up. Can't wait to use that. Here's the other item I bought, my Mary Blue watercolors. These are Italian. They're from Italy. So me, as an Italian, I'm very excited to use them. They come in individually, or I found this little set that was just the right price of what I wanted to spend for my budget this time. And here in this one we have a cadmium yellow deep, quinacridone lake, yellow gold, no, green gold, sorry, and ultramarine blue and a Payne's gray. And these are all 12 milliliter tubes as opposed to 15. Usually when you buy full-size watercolor tubes, they're 15 milliliters, but these are 12. So everything on these tubes seems to be in Italian. I'm going to have to do some research on it to see what I can find more information about these paints. But it looks like that cadmium yellow deep is actual cadmium, which is kind of harder to get in the US. So I am very excited to get these out and swatch them. So let's get to it. All right, you can see I've already moved the Mayberry Blue paints to the left there, the left 5 that are in the palette, but now we're going to go through and do the Daniel Smith. So this is their cadmium yellow hue. Very vibrant, very bright, all nice, very clear colors. Now we'll do the quinacridone rose. I would use this color very often. It's a nice bright magenta. I like using it in a lot of landscapes. In fact, that's why I got this set, because I thought that these vibrant colors would really look great in our high prairie and desert southwest landscapes that we have here in Colorado. Now I'm moving on to the Wisteria, which is a really fun pastel color that they've got. It's kind of a pinky purple. And now the Rose of Ultramarine. This one is PV19. It's a pure pigment, and I think, if I'm correct, yes, the Mayberry Blue, the pink in that set also is a PV19. This one is one of everybody's favorites, Moonglow. We love Moonglow, don't we? With its 3 colors and how it granulates. I'm dropping some water in there so that we can see the granulation a little easier. It's just such a great fun paint to play with. So is this one, Shadow Violet. I was very happy that this was in the set because I like all their shadow colors. I want to try them. Again, these are known for their granulation. So we'll put some water drops in this one too. And now we're going on to this phthalo blue green shade. That just went on so smoothly, and to be honest, it's the prettiest of all the phthalo blues that I have. Really love that one. Now the lavender, which is another pastel, and you see it's a lot like that Wisteria, only this one leans blue. Next, we'll hit the Cascade Green. This is another wonderfully granulating color by Daniel Smith, and also has 3 pigments in it. Really love this one, so we'll put some drops of water in that one as well. And now these next 2 are from the Primatech series. This is the Serpentine Green. It's a nice light green. And yeah, isn't that pretty? Just a nice light spring green. And this next one here is the Green Apatite Genuine, and that is also part of their Primatech series. Primatech paints are known for their granulating properties. They're pure pigments. And just noticing how that water is starting to work on the Cascade Green. And finally we have the Quinacridone Gold. Look at that beautiful rainbow of colors. I'm so excited to use them. I think let's go in and do a little bit more on these granulating colors here so that you can see really up close how they work. There we go. Now I hope you can pick this up on camera because in studio it's really pretty evident, but you can see the granulation in the peaks and valleys of the paper, how it's coming out in different hues and tones as that the different properties of those Primatech pigments fall into the valleys of the paper and create that wonderful granulation. Same thing with the Cascade Green. Absolutely love how that one's turning out. And then our Shadow Violet and Moonglow also are really shining brightly in their granulating properties here. Just love the granulation. I hope you try some of these and play with the granulation on your own. But there we have it. There is the set of Daniel Smith set of 12 colors of inspiration. And now let's move on and swatch these Mayberry Blue paints from Italy. We've got the Cadmium Yellow Deep, the Quinacridone Lake, the green gold, ultramarine deep, and their Payne's gray. Okay, so here we go. I'm wetting all of these columns before I put the paint in, so we'll do a wet on wet test with these. I just put them in these little half pans, probably a day before I'm doing this test here, so they did have some time to set up a little bit, but they're not at all firm yet. So there's that cadmium yellow deep, pure cadmium. I feel like that just looks so wonderful for fall. It's like the inside of a pumpkin. It's just the most beautiful, warm yellow. Love that. Absolutely love it. Okay, moving on to the quinacridone lake. Look at that nice flow that this one has. Again, all these swatches are wet on wet for this test. This is their PV19. All of these are pure pigments except for that Payne's gray. And I got on the Mary Blue website, the English version, to see what the pigmentation of these paints are, but I couldn't figure out too much information about that Payne's gray, and I'll explain when we get there. Now let's look at this green gold. Very nice. A little bit of flow, not too fast, but enough to control. Love that one. Good to use in landscapes, sunsets, even architecture. Now this ultramarine deep. Now this one is a shining star of granulation. It creates amazing texture. And I kid you not, even after that initial pull down of the paint there, I could see it start to granulate. At the end here, I'll show you a dry version of it though, because when you let it sit and dry naturally, it really granulates fabulously. Okay, now this Payne's gray, they said it was Vat Blue number 1 or Vat Blue 1. I don't know what that means. When I first swatched it, to tell you the truth, I thought, oh, maybe it was mislabeled, maybe it's indigo. This Payne's gray really does lean blue, which is fine. I like having a variety of Payne's grays. But this one, yeah, it leans pretty blue, but it'll be great for shadows and mixing, because when you do have all of that blue, you can make some great earthy greens. Here is that granulation of the ultramarine blue deep. There it is. From yesterday, the day before that I did the swatches, and I wanted to redo them here for the video, but look at that. It just looks like leather. I love this paint. And you can see this one is already well on its way to granulating. So there we have the Mary Blue set. We've got the Payne's gray, ultramarine deep, green gold, quinacridone lake, and cadmium yellow. All right, that's all for Art on the Creek today. I hope you have a great day.